Alright, so here's a recap for today. Monday, October 20th, 25. Walking back to camp after the day of hunting. So this morning woke up, had some rain coming down this morning. So due to the rain, I decided to take the bow out in the morning instead of the muzzleloader. Turned out to be a pretty good decision because it rained pretty consistently for a couple hours. Finally, about 9 o'clock, rain finally died off, stopped raining. But I was spending most of the morning in the blind due to the rain. So fortunately, I stayed mostly dry thanks to the blind. Stuck around to the blind for a little bit after the rain as well, and then hadn't seen anything, no action all day. So I decided to take a little walk. We were on the south side of the mountain, so took a walk, went up to the top of the mountain, split the property line, and meandered down to an area where we had a blind. So went down to the bottom of the property, started cutting across into the corner, and lo and behold, got to the corner, heading toward the corner, didn't get to the corner, and I saw two deer over there. So that caused me to stop, sit down for a little while, and see what they did. They did not head my way. They ended up meandering off. So I turned around, started heading back. Thought maybe I'd go sit in the second blind for a little while when I spooked two deer on the way up. So those ended up being the 4 deer that I saw this morning. And then headed back a little after 12, headed back up. Decided to get some lunch. So after lunch, rain had stopped, hadn't been raining since 9. So I decided to head back out with the muzzleloader. First thing we did, we grabbed the scan disc card, took that back down on the north side of the mountain, put that back down, put that in the camera, see if we could get any more pictures. Had a couple of buck from the pictures that we looked at from that camera earlier. One of which, I think we're going to call him Willie. He had a pretty wide rack, so he's going to be Willie. Put that disc back in the camera, and then decided to hit the tree stand for a little while. So I sat there, looked down at my muzzleloader at one point in time. Wouldn't you know it, I was missing the flint. A little concerning, not sure what happened there for a little while, but turned out it was just, somehow it had worked its way loose and fallen out, but it was still right there, so it was still on the tree stand. So we picked that up, and didn't have the tool to make sure it was back in nice and tight, but we jammed it in there as good as we could for the moment. Sat there in the tree stand for a little while longer, didn't see anything, so ended up there for about an hour and a half. Then decided to head back up to camp, see if I could get the tools and fix the flint. So headed up the north side boundary line and got back to camp. Lo and behold, there's the tool thrower, fixed the flint, and then headed back to the south side of the mountain, back to the blind where I started the day. Sat for a couple hours, didn't see anything.